Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Anisha. Welcome all of you to virtual classes. So from this video we are going to start first unit of your English textbook for class 6, that is your English Poorvi. So and in this video I am going to explain fully in English only. If you want to see in Hindi explanation, I have already uploaded. You can check the link in the description box, okay, or you can search in the playlist also. You will find there where there will be a separate video in fully explain in Hindi, as well as in this video I am going to explain fully this chapter in English. All right, so let us start. So the name of the unit is Fables and Folk Tales. So here these fables and folk tales means where you are going to learn about short stories, but also in that short story you are going to learn something important, okay, like some moral lessons or something like that. So in this chapter the name of this chapter is A Bottle of Dew, okay. So here in this chapter what we are going to learn, so we are going to see when we are going through the chapter. All right, so before we start the chapter there is an activity given, so let us try to complete that. All right, so let us do these activities before we read. Circle the picture that matches with each word. See, picture that matches with each word. Check your answers by sharing them with your classmates and teacher. So see, when you are looking at these two pictures, picture number 1 and let us say picture number 2. So what is the word given here? The word given is worried, isn't it? So in these two picture, let us say this is picture number 1 and this is picture number 2. All right. So when you see which of the girls seems to be worried, see, this seems to be very happy, isn't it? So here picture number 1. So we can circle this picture, okay. So this girl looks so worried, isn't it? So we are going to circle this picture. I hope it is clear. So next let us see B. It is plantation. So out of these two picture, which seems to be plantation? See, plantation means when you are growing crops of the same type in a large field, okay. So here we can see well, let us say this as a picture number 1 and picture number 2 as well. In picture number 1 you can see here plantation of banana, isn't it? If you look it carefully, it is a banana plantation, so which is in great number. But here if you see in this picture number 2, you can see only one tree, isn't it? So which will be your correct answer? So we are going to circle this number 1, picture number 1. All right, so next is sage. See, when you are looking these two picture, when you're looking at this two picture, which seems to be a sage. So here this is the picture number 1 and this is the picture number 2. See, he is selling vegetables, isn't it? So here this first picture will be your sage, isn't it? So next let us see D, surprise. So we are going to see through the expression of these two boys. So which of these boys seems to be surprised? Like he might have heard some good news or he might have heard some bad news. So he is in shocked, isn't it? So when we look at these first picture and this second picture, it seems that in this first picture he is thinking something, because his eyes are like upwards, like he is thinking something, isn't it? But here when we see in the second picture, he seems to be shocked with open mouth. So here this will be your correct answer. So we are going to circle this. All right, I hope it is clear. So next question, let us see. See, this question you need to do by your own, but let us discuss, okay, and I'll give you some hint also, like what you can write over right here. Answer these questions and discuss them with your classmates and teacher. First, think of a time when you worked hard. What did you do then? So you think of a time when you worked really hard, and what did you do? How did you do? You have to write in your own answer. You can share in the comment section as well. For example, you might have worked very hard for your exam, isn't it, or something else. So you can write it about that, okay. And what did you do then? How did you work hard? What were your strategies? All right, you can write about all those things here. And second question is, how did it help you? So when you were like, for example, let us take an example that you have worked really hard for your exam. So how did it help you? It gave you pleasure, isn't it? It gives like it might have given you a very good score in your exam through your hard work. So it gave you pleasure, it gave you happiness, isn't it? And next question, how did it make you feel? See, it makes you feel happy. Not only you, your parents might also be very happy and very proud of you, isn't it? So in that way you can write these answers. Okay, you can write it in your own, and you can also share in the comment section and let me know. Okay, so now let us start with our story. All right, so let us start. See here, the name, the character of the name is Ramnath. Okay, see, if you see the spelling, it is Rama and Natha, isn't it? When you write it in English, you have to add this A. Like for Lord Ram also we used to say Lord Rama, isn't it? The spelling used to be M-A. So just like that here, in this Rama as well as Nath, okay, you have to add A. If you didn't add A, then there will be error in your spelling. Okay, but when we pronounce, when we pronounce, we should not pronounce this A. All right, so we are going to pronounce as Ramnath. All right, so Ramnath was the son of a rich landlord. All right, okay, before starting this chapter, let me tell you the name of this chapter is A Bottle of Dew, isn't it? Sorry for, as I didn't mention it before, A Bottle of Dew. So here, what does this dew mean? See, dew means those drops of water which are present in the leaves early in the morning, especially in the winter season, isn't it? If you haven't like now it is the winter season, you can see, okay, wake up early in the morning and go outside and look on the plants, okay, small plants or plantations, any plants, or if your flower plants or anything, okay, you check it out, there used to be small drops of water, isn't it? So those are known as dew. Okay, so let's start. Ramnath was the son of a rich landlord. So he was the son of a very rich landlord. Okay, so his father left him large tracts of land when he died, but Ramnath did not spend even one day looking after his land. This was because he had a funny idea. So see, this Ramnath was the son of a very rich landlord. Okay, so when his father died, he left him with large tracts of land. Large tracts of land means huge areas of land. Okay, large areas of land, like very large, as his father was a very rich landlord. Landlord means zamindar, isn't it? So but what did Ramnath do? He was not bothering about that land. Okay, he was not spending even one day looking after that land, means he was not giving any value to that very land, that large amount of land which his father have left for him. Okay, why? Because he had a very funny idea. So what is that very funny idea? Let us see. He believed there was a magic potion that could turn any objects into gold. So why he was not looking after the land? Like he believed that there is some kind of magic potion. Potion means, see, a liquid with magical properties. Like when you are going to use that potion or into any object, okay, when you are going to sprinkle the water of that potion into any object, he believed that that object will turn into gold. So he was trying to learn about the process of making this potion, and for that he had spent lots and lots of money as well. Okay, let us see how. So that is why it has been mentioned that it is a very funny idea, and it is indeed a funny idea, isn't it? Because it is not possible in reality. So he spent all his time to learn more about this potion. So he had so much belief that he was able to find out about that potion, like by making it or by doing anything, okay, any thing. So he had spent all his time to learn about that potion. All right, and people cheated him often, promising to tell him about it, but he did not give up. So even people started cheating him, like by telling him that, okay, I know how to make that potion, you give this much amount of money to me and I'll tell you the process and I'll give you the information how the potion is been made. So in that way people used to cheat him, and he used to spend a lot of money also. Okay, and he was always betrayed and even cheated. Okay, but even that he did not give up, means stop trying, means here he did not give up about making the potion. He had a very strong belief that he will be able to make that potion. Okay, that's why he did not give up. All right, his wife Madhumati, okay, so his wife name is Madhumati, was tired of these and also worried because she saw how much money Ramnath was spending. She was sure that soon they would be without money. So his wife was very worried, and she was tired and even worried about the this Ramnath act, okay, like he was spending his time as well as all the amount of money whatever they are having in by, so that he could make that portion. So and if for that reason his wife, okay, was very sure that if the Ramnath is going to continue in this way, if he is going to spend money in such a way, then she was sure that one day they will be left without any money. They are going to finish all the money whatever it has been left. Why? Because Ramnath is not taking care of the land and was not doing anything, isn't it? Was not cultivating anything in his land. So he was not doing any other work also, like he was completely focused into making that magic potion, isn't it? So that is why his wife Madhumati was very much worried about him, okay. So but what happened one day, okay, a famous sage called Mahipati came to their town. So see, who are usually sage? Like in Hindi we used to call it as Sadhu Baba or Sant or Maharaj, isn't it? These sage are usually very like wise person, okay, and they are full of wisdom, and they had a very profound amount of knowledge also, okay. So that is why they, whatever they used to teach other, people used to follow them, people used to listen to them, okay, people used to listen to their advice very carefully, and they used to even follow, because these person are very wise person, okay. So that is why, so and this sage Mahipati, okay, he was very famous also, okay, he was very famous also, with full of wisdom, we can say, okay. So here Ramnath, what happened, Ramnath became his follower and asked him about the potion. So like he was so much completely focused onto that potion. So now Ramnath was like quite sure that okay, this sage might give him his answer, okay. So that's why he became his follower as well. So to his surprise, the sage answered, "Yes, in my travels in the Himalayas, I heard how you could make such a potion, but it is difficult." So now what the sage have told Ramnath, and Ramnath was very surprised as well, because the sage have told him that yes, I know the process. And when the sage was saying yes, he was very sure that okay, it is true. He is not going to cheat him like other people have cheated him before, isn't it? So and what does the sage told Ramnath, that yes, when I was traveling in the Himalayas, okay, in the Himalayas, he have heard about that magic potion, and he also know how to he also know the process of making that magic potion, but he said that it is very much difficult. But what does Ramnath tell me, requested Ramnath, not believing his luck. Like he was very happy and very was surprised as well as very shocked. Like at last he feel that okay, he is finally very close into making that very magic potion, isn't it? So like he requested the sage, okay, tell me, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it, it is not difficult for me in that way. All right. So now what the sage told Ramnath, let us see. I hope you are following with the story, isn't it? If you feel that there is any doubt, then kindly let me know in the comment section, okay. I'll try to clarify your doubts. So here let us continue. So now the sage is telling Ramnath, okay, you have to plant a banana plant and water it regularly with your hands. In winter, the morning dew is on the leaves. You have to collect the dew and store it in a bottle. When you have 5 liters of dew, bring it to me. I will chant some magic words which will turn it into magic potion. A drop of the potion will change any object into gold. So now the sage is telling Ramnath, as Ramnath was believing that there is some magic potion and it will turn every object into gold, isn't it? So what the process does this sage told this Ramnath? He told that plant banana plants, okay, and water it very regularly with your own hands. Means you have to take care of it, okay, with your own. And in the winter, the morning dew, see, as I have told you here in the picture also it is given here, see, in this leaf there are some drops, isn't it, drops of water, so this is known as dew. Okay, so the morning dews, see, so Ramnath, the sage told Ramnath to collect this water. How much? 5 liters. So it is a very huge amount, because there are only some few small drops of dew in every leaves, isn't it? So the sage told Ramnath to collect the dew and store it into a bottle. And how much amount? These 5 liters of dew. And he asked him to bring it to him when he have finally stored these 5 liters of dew. Okay, so and after that, what the sage will do? He will chant some magic word. Chant means to repeat or sing a word, isn't it? So chant means, like, see, I hope you have often seen Sadhu Baba and Babaji or often chanting some kind of mantra, like, isn't it? So just like that, he is going to chant some magic word on it, mantra on it, and he is going to turn those dew, okay, those dew into magic potion. And after that, what will happen? A drop of the potion, even a drop of the potion will change any object into gold. So like, see, Ramnath will be very happy, isn't it? Would be very happy. So let us see next what happens. So but here Ramnath had a question. See, this is the sage here, okay, telling him about the process, informing about the process of making the magic potion. And here Ramnath is listening very carefully, the way he is sitting, isn't it, like fully concentrated and listening very carefully what the sage is telling into the words of this sage, isn't it? But Ramnath was worried. Why he was worried? But winter is only for a few months. It will take me years to collect 5 liters of dew. So he said that winter used to be only for around 1 to 2 months, isn't it? So he was saying that and that dew is possible. It is possible to collect those dew only during winters. And 5 liters to collect 5 liters of dew, it will take years and years, isn't it? So that is the question which Ramnath was asking to sage. So now what does the sage replied? You can plant as many banana plants you want, but remember you must look after them yourself and collect the dew with your own hands. So now what the sage told him, like before Ramnath might be thinking that he could have planted only one banana plant, but that will not be enough to collect the 5 liters of dews, isn't it? So now the sage suggested you can plant as many as banana plant, like you can do banana cultivation, plantation, isn't it? But what you have to do, but there is one condition. What was that condition? That condition was that Ramnath has to look after that banana plant by him only, and also have to collect the dew by his own hands. Means he will not be allowed to do the work to the other. He have to do that work by his own hands only, and he have to look after those banana plants as well. All right. So this was the first part. Okay, we are going to continue with the second part as well, and here are some questions as well. And yes, don't worry about this question and answer. I'll bring a separate video, okay, where we are going to discuss this question and answer as well. As for now, like let us like roughly discuss what could be the answer. Okay, like the first question, what did Ramnath believe? So what was Ramnath believe? He believed that there was a magic potion and it could turn any objects into gold, isn't it? And don't worry about this, I'll bring a separate video and we are going to discuss again about this question and answer and other activities which are given in your book. Second, how did the sage help Ramnath? So how did the sage help Ramnath? By informing about the process of making that potion, isn't it? So in that way that sage has helped Ramnath. So the last third question. What is the third question? Do you think Ramnath will be able to collect the dew? Give reasons. So do you think it? So this will depend on your answer. If you say, the answer might be yes, as well as if you say yes, the answer will be correct, but you have to give a valid reason. And if you say the answer is no, that Ramnath will not be able to collect a dew, then also you have to give a valid reason. For example, if you say no, Ramnath will not be able to collect the dew. Why? Because it will be very difficult to collect 5 liters of dew with his hands. So it is very difficult when you think about it, like there are these drops, these are very few drops, isn't it? So and 5 liters amount is a very huge amount, so it will be little difficult. But if you say yes, you again have to give your answer. Okay, so let us continue with our story or second part of this story. Okay, I hope this story is interesting, and see, you are going to learn something. Moral lesson is there. Okay, we are going to learn something from this story, that is what the meaning of fables and folk tales. Okay, like which has been told to us by our like great grandparents or grandparents. All right, like you might have heard telling your grandmother and grandfather, like there used to be king and there used to be this thing, that thing, isn't it? So those are known as folk tales. Okay, so let us continue. Ramnath went home and after talking to his wife started cleaning his large field which had been laying empty all these years. So now what happened? Ramnath went back and he discussed with his wife, okay, and like he have narrated everything what the sage have told him, and after narrating everything, like his wife also agreed with him, okay, and they started cleaning their large field which their father have left him, isn't it? He had a large amount of land, isn't it? Large area of land. So they started cleaning their empty fields. There he planted rows and rows of banana plants. He tended them carefully during the winter months, collected the dew that formed on them with great care. See, tended means looking after, means taking care of that banana plant, okay. He looked after those banana plant very carefully, and during winter season what did he do? He carefully collected all the dew. Why? Because his full focus is on making the potion, and as the sage have told him that when you collect 5 liters of dew, bring it to me, I will chant some mantra on it, and that potion, that liquid, that water dews will turn into magic potion, isn't it? So with great care he started collecting all the dews, okay. So and his wife also helped him. How did his wife help him? Let us see here. His wife helped him too. Madhumati gathered, okay, his wife name, okay. Madhumati gathered the banana crop, took it to the market and got a good price for it. See, when you are planting banana plant, you will get the crop, you'll get the fruits, the banana, isn't it? So what did his wife do? See, this Ramnath was not thinking about those fruits or those crops, okay. He was only thinking about the dewdrops which will be forming in the leaves early in the morning during the winter season, isn't it? But what does his wife do? His wife gathered all the banana crops and she took it to the market and she sell it, and for that she got a very good price. She started earning, okay. So that is why she was happy as well. So what happened now? Over the years, Ramnath planted more and more plants and they had a huge banana plantation. At the end of 6 years, he finally had his 5 liters of dew. So what happened over the years? Ramnath, because he wanted to collect the dew as soon as possible, isn't it? So for that reason, what does he do? He planted more and more rows of bananas. So finally what happened? They had a very huge banana plantation on their large field which their father have left for him, isn't it? So at the end of 6 years, so it took him 6 years to collect all the dews, okay. So he finally had these 5 liters of dew. So what happened now? Let us see his field looks something like this. See, all rows of bananas are being planted, isn't it? Banana plants are being planted here, and you can see bananas also here, isn't it? So these fruits, this banana, his wife used to take it to the market and she used to sell them, okay. So now what happened? Carefully he took the bottle to the sage. The sage smiled and muttered something over the water. Then he returned the bottle and said, try it out. So now carefully he was very excited, isn't it? And he went to the sage where the sage was staying, and like now he was thinking that, okay, now I'm having these magic potion which will turn every object into gold. Like he was very much happy and very much excited as well, okay. And sage also smiled, okay, when he saw Ramnath with those 5 liters of dewdrops. The sage smiled and he muttered some words. So what did the sage muttered? Like muttered means when you are speaking in a very low voice, like he might have chanted some mantra, om nam nam nam, something like that, okay. So and then he returned the bottle to Ramnath and asked him to try out. What try out? To sprinkle some few drops of those water, okay, those dewdrops, and try it out into any object. So what happened now? Ramnath sprinkled a few drops on a copper vessel and waited for it to turn to gold. To his surprise, nothing happened. So now like Ramnath was very happy, very excited, and as soon as the sage advised him to sprinkle the water, he soon sprinkled the water into a copper vessel. Okay, but to his surprise, what happened? He was again shocked. Nothing happened. Okay, so like he was like very angry now. Okay, so this is cheating. He started shouting. He told the sage, I have wasted 6 precious years of my life. So precious means valuable. Okay, like he was saying, okay, this is cheating. I have wasted 6 precious years of my life. But the sage said nothing and he only smiled. Why? Let us see. But sage Mahipati only smiled and called Madhumati and to come forward. She came with a big box. When she opened it, inside shined sticks of gold coins. So this sage Mahipati, he called the wife of Ramnath, okay, and she came forward with a very big box in her hand, and when she opened it, that box was full of sticks of gold coins. So from where did it come? See, remember, she was selling the fruits, isn't it, in the market? So now the sage turned to the very surprised Ramnath and said, there is no magic potion that can turn things into gold. So now literally sage have told Ramnath, okay, there is no such magic potion which can turn any objects into gold. You worked hard on your land and created this plantation. While you looked after the trees, your wife sold the fruits in the market. So he was busy looking after the trees, like because he wanted to collect the dewdrops, isn't it? So when you are looking after the tree, your wife started selling the fruits to the market. So that's how you got this money. It was your hard work that created this wealth, not magic. So this wealth which you are seeing now, the sticks of gold coin, it is the result of your hard work only. So there is no such magic potion through which you can turn any objects into gold. If I had told you about this earlier, you would have not listened to me. So I have played a trick on you. So sage from the very beginning, he knew that there is no such magic potion. But if he have told Ramnath about it, then what will happen? Ramnath will not believe, and like before also he was been cheated so many times, isn't it? So just like that, he will move on, and again he will carry on into searching of making how to make that potion. So that is why the sage played a trick on him. So now Ramnath also realized and he understood. Okay, Ramnath understood the wisdom behind these words and worked even harder on his plantation from that day. So now Ramnath realized, okay, that there is no such magic potion. I cannot get any success through shortcuts, isn't it? If you want to get success in your life, what you have to do? You have to work very much hard. So Ramnath realized, and this was been told, and he realized these words through the trick of the sage, because he have worked hard and he even see the gold coins, isn't it, which he got from selling the fruits. But who have sold the fruits? His wife, isn't it? Why? Because he was only focused on looking after trees and collecting the dew drops. Okay, so from this chapter, what do we learn? We learned that in order to get success, we need to work hard. There is no shortcut towards success. So with this, we have completed this chapter, and we are going to discuss this question and answer in a separate video. If you have any doubt, kindly let me know in the comment section. And yes, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. With that, I am signing out. All of you have a very great day ahead.